This is James Holder for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. I'm at the press conference today for Derek Chisora vs Tyson Fury 2. With me, I've got Tyson's promoter and manager, Mick Hennessy. How you doing, Mick?
Doing very well, James. Good to see you again so shortly.
Like Groundhog Day at the minute, we're getting real close, Mick. Getting real close.
We are, for sure.
Talk to me a little bit about Tyson today. No one expected him to come in today with his mouth taped shut. It's a real shock for everyone. All the press and media didn't seem best pleased about it. But can you explain to me why he did this?
Typical Tyson, spontaneous. You know, this is him. He's. I think it's interesting what he's done today because, you know, there's a fear of if you keep doing press conference after press conference on the same thing, that it is going to become like Groundhog Day. And you know, this is where he wanted to go with it, and it's proved to be quite interesting. What was also interesting there was a few people, as you say, they might not have been happy with it, but were saying like, let's chip in for his fine to bring back the old Tyson. So, you know, it's one of them, isn't it? We want characters in the sport, but if they're going to be sort of like, you know, confined from being themselves or not allowed to be themselves, then we're not going to see the big characters in this sport.
Do you think there's a fine line between being a character, as we put it, or kind of bringing the sport into disrepute? What's your thoughts on that, Nick?
My thoughts personally are that, and I'm not going to get into it because, you know, it'd be easy for all of us to point the finger because there's lots of examples over the years that are 50 times worse than this, where probably nothing's been done about it. The fact that Tyson is so high profile and is so well known and so famous now, it's hard for us. It's hard for us not to feel that he's being singled out. You know, that's just our feeling. You know, so by his own admission, there was a few words in there he should not have said. But we are in the fight business, and you know, things do get heated. It's the toughest sport in the world, and things do get heated and things get said. And it's you know, a lot of places around the world would you know, they probably relish that because it is the sort of spark that people like to gain the interest. But you know, what Tyson doesn't want to do, we come very, very close at this last meeting to jeopardising that fight. If he'd have got suspended for 6 months or something, this fight would not be happening. And he badly wants that fight to happen. We all do.
Just coming to that now, how excited are you and Tyson's team that the date's going ahead, everything's set, and we look to be lighting this one up?
We're very excited. We just want to get the fight done. We really do. He's come through you know, a horrible time.
Would that be away from boxing?
Away from boxing, yeah, personally and business-wise, with the letdowns of all the fights he's had over the last year. So you know, he just wants to get this fight done. We want to get it done, and he wants to move on, you know, to fight Klitschko if Klitschko will stand up and be counted. How
confident are you that A, Tyson beats Derek, and B, he goes on to fight Klitschko? How confident are you that this is going to happen, Nick?
I'm very confident that this is going to happen, and I'm also very confident that he's going to beat Derek Chisora and beat him in style. Don't get me wrong, I think we're going to get the best Derek Chisora we've ever seen. Highly motivated Derek Chisora. He looks in great shape already. I believe that, but I think Tyson Fury, as people don't realise how much he's come on over the last 2 years. You know, he's been in serious training camps with Peter, and we haven't seen the results of that because he hasn't fought David A. You know, he didn't fight Derek Chisora last time, but the shape he's in, mentally and physically, what Peter's been getting him into in these camps. You know, we've been very excited for everyone to see him in that sort of shape because you're going to get something special. You're going to get a 6'9", brilliant athlete who's a very talented fighter, and he can showcase that because of his conditioning. So we're very excited, and I believe that it's going to be a great fight. But I think Tyson's going to take him out before the distance.
What can we take from the first fight between Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora? Now, Derek came in a lot overweight. Tyson was a young man. He was nowhere near the kind of monster he is now. What do we learn from that fight going into this one?
Well, personally, I think that it was tactics from the Chisora camp in the first fight.
To come in heavier?
To come in heavy, because Tyson was a big heavyweight. Tyson come in lighter than they thought for that fight, but you know, normally he was a lot heavier. He's a big heavier. You know, some fighters, when they're heavier, they absorb shots better. You know, they add a bit of power. it wasn't that he wasn't fit, because he went 12 rounds in a hard fight. You can't do that if you're not fit. He was very, very fit. So, you know, minus opinion of that, it was tactics at the time.
How much does a more mobile Chisora pose more of a threat? How dangerous is Chisora coming into this fight?
Well, he might be harder to pin down, but he might not absorb the shots as well. And Tyson is punching like you can't believe at the moment. He's punching really hard. You've got to see him with world-class sparring partners. It's incredible.
Well, listen, Mick, thank you for answering my questions so honestly and so candidly. Not being so elusive. I've been chasing you for 62 hours for an interview, Mick. Literally.
Anyone pins me down, James, it's normally you.
Do you know what it was?
With the camera, that is.
That's what I mean. If I would have done it in a South African accent, I think I would have got a bit further.
No, definitely not.
Mick, thank you for giving me some time, mate.
Cheers, James.
Thank you.